place to be in Helena on a Friday night, and it is at the Bears Den. Jason Walker, Jack Marshall, Crosstown #1. And what's great about this, it's a doubleheader. We've got the girls and the guys. Girls are up first, Jack, but this is a great doubleheader for Helena.
Yeah, it's going to be super exciting. I like that they're having them all. All the families can come in and watch all one night. You can have the energy the whole time. All the students can be here. It'll be a great night, just energy-wise all together.
Speaking of energy, it starts for Capital Girls with Taylor Sayers. We know how good she is, averaging about 18 points a game. Helena High has to control her, but then you also look at Gracie Mokel and other players for the Bruins. It's not an easy task.
Yeah, for sure. Taylor Sayers has been playing her best basketball. She's in the gym all the time, according to their head coach, and she can get going, and they have a lot of great complementary pieces. So they just look to her to score and settle down on defense. Helena High is going to want to slow Sayers down.
Well, and when you look at Helena High and what Ben Dudek has, they're very balanced. And, I mean, they have Avery Kraft, they've got the Todorovic girl, but they've got some talent as well. And they've won 5 in a row.
Yeah, Natty Todorovic and Avery Kraft are a great kind of 1-2 punch. They kind of play at different paces. They play some really good defense, really good trapping defense. They get a lot of steals. So if they can kind of play fast like they like to, they'll be a really good team. And we've seen that 5 wins in a row for the Bengals.
Well, I can tell you one thing. The Capital Girls are happy to be home because they were in Missoula last week and spent the night in Missoula. We'll talk about it during the game. But it is going to be fun. Crosstown action from the Bears Den. We've got lights, we've got camera, and all we need is the action. Coming back on SWX.
I've made fondue.
Look, it's Martha Stewart.
We have both been in jail.
Their comedy is criminal.
Duct tape.
That's a straight-up felony.
Only if you get caught.
Their jokes are punishing.
Hello?
Go for the knees.
She's a real momster.
Here comes 12 feet of scary.
What's our biggest bill?
Probably cable and internet.
We're not stealing cable. What has happened to us?
Weekdays at 3 on Nonstop Local Fox.
Right now, there's just so much happening in our world. So much at stake at the start of every morning.
Making sense of it all, well, that's not always so easy.
And that's where we come in every morning, asking the straightforward questions you want answered.
And yes, putting a smile on your face, too.
ABC's Good Morning America. We want you to know every morning.
We're right here, and we got you.
We got you. We got you.
America's favorite way to start the day. GMA 7A.
It was totally awesome.
We're the coolest men alive.
Totally rad.
Who's ready for jazzercise?
Totally mind-blowing. Magic. It's time to go back to the 80s.
It's about the music, giant hair, and glitter cannons.
Oh, God.
It's time for the Goldbergs.
Weekdays at 3:30 on Nonstop Local Fox.
Order in the court.
Just tell the truth.
Everybody's telling the truth. This is a weird case. What y'all want? You must be out your mind. You a gangster?
But there's joy in the trail, and there's this spirit of we're all in this together.
It's going to be a good one in the Bears Den tonight. It is a pink night. We'll tell you about that coming up as they start with our introductions. Very nice rendition from the Capital squad.
Ashley Koenig, senior shooting guard. Madeline Swarovich, junior guard. Grace Merkel, junior shooting guard. Kylie Gardapi, senior forward.
Ben Dudek, head coach.
Riley Chandler, senior forward. Anna Cockhill, senior point guard. Katie Sheridan, senior guard. Taylor Sayers, senior guard. Gracie Mokel, senior center. Katie Garson-Forba, head coach.
Well, there's your starters, and it is going to be a good one. Jason Walker alongside Jack Marshall. And for Ben Dudek, ranked 5th in the state. That doesn't matter right now, Jack, to any coach in the world. But they've won 5 in a row after a rough start in the non-conference season. This is a team that's playing very, very good basketball.
Yeah, the analytics kind of, if you start to look at them in the state, they really do start to favor this Helena High team. And Dudek, funny enough, he's the least experienced of all these head coaches, but he's got a really good program and a great basketball mind. And he's got the Bengals kind of starting to roll on all cylinders now.
Yeah, they are definitely, and they picked up a couple of big wins as part of that 5-game win streak last week, including one of them on the road. For Capital and Katie Garson-Forba, she's been here for 14 years, head coach for about 7, but she has great talent. It's just a matter right now of getting it all put together. They lost 4 straight to start the season, then they won 4 straight. Now they're 4-4 overall. I mean, this is a team that's been up and down a little bit, but playing on the home floor will make a difference.
Yeah, the home crowd will help. You talked about up and down a little bit, but in that game they had against Sentinel last week, Taylor Sayers kind of hit a different gear. She had 18 points in the first half. Didn't really need her to go in the second half. They're up by so much. Their defense was playing so well. And if they can kind of get that out of her, she can shoot like she did that night. Their defense can play like they did. This Capital team will be exactly where they want to be. And kind of tonight getting a huge win from the home crowd as we get a look at Garson-Forba down low there.
It's funny. I had her on my podcast this week, and we recapped this. Good look there at Ben Dudek. We recapped the unexpected overnight trip to Missoula last week. And, you know, it's not as easy as just saying, hey, you know, Tim McMahon, the activities director, I got you hotel rooms. It took a lot of work, and I'll run you through that here in a minute. It's a tip won by Helena High, and we are underway. And that is Avery Kraft up on top with it.
Yeah, I got stuck in Missoula for 4 years. All I got was a diploma.
Bengals looking to strike first here. Now up on top again, that is Grace Mergel. Mergel, very good athlete. There's a lot of great athletes, multi-sport athletes. In fact, we'll tell you about Todorovic's sister coming up a little later in the broadcast. As Kraft, as the shot clock expires, and a good defensive effort on the opening possession by the Bruins.
Well, that's what Coach Garson-Forba wants. Dudek knew that was going to come, too. It's going to be a defensive ball game, but if they can settle down on defense and not allow Avery Kraft and this team to get out and run. Defense is rolling. This one continues on pace. It'll be a slugfest, but with 2 head coaches and the adjustments they make, that'll make it fun.
Nice entry pass inside. Mokel puts it up, maybe partially blocked. And that looked like it went off the shoulder of Kylie Gardapi, but it'll be Helena High basketball.
I thought Mokel went over her shoulder and tipped it a little bit there. At least that's what the official saw. But good defense by Gardapi. She's second in the AA for blocks per game.
Now here back, there's Todorovic, 5'10" junior. She'll spin, back down, put it up and in. And the first
available for the AFC title game, assuming the Ravens do.
Program. Hey there, Travia.
Well, I gotta admit, John, this is the first time I'm shoveling snow, and I have to say it's very different from playing with the sand on the beaches. But
he whistled for the travel. So good defense by Helena High, forces a turnover, the second on the Bruin Gals tonight.
Some interesting first few possessions. Haven't seen a shot yet from Taylor Sayers. I'm sure you'll like to see that if you're head coach Ben Dudek on the Helena High sideline.
And the girls looked at her and said, "You never tell us that." She goes, "Let it fly." So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I was at their practice this week too, and I saw her. She's coaching her team, and she says, "Do not, even if they're running routine drills, you're not leaving Taylor Sayers open at all.
Yeah.
No team in the state's going to do that from here on out."
And we're going to get a bump foul on Kraft. That'll be her first team foul.
Yeah, Kraft. I talked about some really good athletes. She's a really good soccer player here in Helena. But she kind of plays physical like you would in soccer, hip to hip there, but ends up getting a blocking foul.
One girl we're going to see is Anna Cockhill, senior, who's committed to play softball for the Lady Grizz over there in Missoula. That is Sayers. yet to commit anywhere for college. I have a sneaking suspicion she'll end up just up the road at Carroll.
That would be exciting.
Where her mom has been the coach for 13 years. There's the shot by Cockhill, and it goes over the everything. And back the other way comes Helena High. Still 2-0, early going, first quarter.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Jason. Defensive game plans work.
Good defense there by Capital's Mokel. Forces an errant shot. And Sayers brings it into the front court. Leaves it up on top. Shot was there. Not taken. Instead, try to work it down inside Mokel. She'll turn. Partially blocked. And Helena High comes down with it as Mergel pulls it away. Recognize the name Mergel. It's a well-known last name here in Helena.
That's right. Our cousin Kale just graduated last year. Is down at Western now for basketball.
Sayers on the miss in transition. And a blocking foul is going to be whistled. And it'll send Katie Sheridan to the free throw line for a couple of free throws. You know, you talk about the scoring and the pace. You know, these two teams over the years, if you get to 50, you've got a great chance to win in Crosstown because they play such good defense. And then there's nerves. They don't want to admit it. It's just another game. That's how it's approached. But it's still nerves. And it is still Crosstown. And it can be very low scoring. I mean, Capital, Jack, put up 27 last week in a loss. That's it.
Yeah, it's really about defense for both these two teams. Offense kind of comes secondary. You know, the head coach, as you said, sometimes can be a race to 50. But after 2 free throws there from Sheridan, we're knotted up at 2.
4:30 to play. First quarter here at Capital High School. Capital High just celebrated just over 50 years. Helena High, of course, the oldest. As a three is on the way. Bang, it is good. Great ball movement, and Mergel drops the triple.
We talk about a back-and-forth game. That's a big momentum teaser. Anytime you can get a three-pointer like that to fall, it works. And Mergel not afraid to shoot them.
Helena High has ramped up its defensive pressure even more so now that they lead 5-2 to the Bengals. Show a double team, flash down. Sheridan's going to fire 18-footers. Good. She has all 4. Capital within a point.
And that's big for the Bruins. If you can get other players scoring, it makes it so that'll leave more opportunities for Sayers.
Helena High baseline. Long 2 on the way is good. I believe that was Ashley Koenig who dropped that one down.
Yeah, it was. And she's another big part of this Helena High offense. She shoots 3-pointers or long 2s there when she's open.
7-4 Bengals lead. Tell you what, Helena High has done a great job defensively on Sayers, denying her the ball.
Yeah, they got to Dorovich face Gardner.
And that ball from Sheridan on the bounce pass goes out of bounds off the hands of Brooklyn Briscoe.
Yeah, it's, as you said, really good defense on Sayers. That's what you kind of do when you get to late tournament or big games like this Crosstown. You maybe put a player on, a really good player, right in their face, follow them to the huddle, follow them to the locker room, get them out of their kind of rhythm.
Both these teams looking to be at the upper level of divisionals and have a good chance of making it to state as the kick out. The drive, a little short on the shot, rebound by Briscoe.
Now's an opportunity for Capital to maybe get the ball to Sayers in transition.
7-4, Bruins trail the Bengals here. Sheridan up on top. She'll dribble with her left hand, look to hand it off to Sayers, gets it to her. And good defense. It was going to result in a foul, but that is hard pressure defense from McKenna Pipinich, a 5'10 sophomore.
Yeah, kind of a interesting change of pace. If you put someone Pipinich, not someone they look to as much on offense, so she can afford those fouls. Why not play physical? But on Sayer's side of things, she's one of the better ball handlers in the state, so she can kind of adjust to that hard defense too and draw fouls like that.
Up on top, the Bruins have it. Sayers posting up. Nice ball fake. Spins, puts it up, drops it in. Her first bucket of the night, and it's 7-6.
Well, that's the real deal. Take the double team, fake the pass out like they want you to, and go to your other side. Defense not ready for it, and makes the tough layup.
And you try different things, too. If it's not there on the outside, you try to go down low, and we get a foul underneath. That'll be on Capital.
I think that was a block on Briscoe.
Briscoe, the 5'10 senior forward. Good crowd on hand here at the Bears Den.
Yeah, starting to fill up for sure.
First of 2 tonight. Doubleheader, and we're going to get a walk as the ball did not exactly cooperate with Gardapi and what she wanted to do.
Yeah.
Kind of hung up on her hip.
Sometimes you get ahead of yourself doing that, but good defense from Briscoe. She's one of 7 seniors on this Capital team, but comes off the bench, obviously. You got 7 seniors that can't all start, but she plays that role as a senior off the bench. She does it well.
Mokel returns, and Allie Miller takes a breather. Now up ahead, Sayers. They do a little pressure. Oh, Miller stayed in. Now Briscoe should penetrate into the right side of the paint, draw the foul on Gardapi, took it right at her, and Capital will head back to the free throw line. You can see what both teams like to do, Jack. They like to be aggressive on both sides of the ball, and that results right now where we're at with a 7-6 ball game.
Great replay there. Good look at that. Good job by Briscoe. Take to the hole, draw the foul. Gardapi's someone who, as I said, second in AA in blocks per game, but she's picking up fouls. Can't have her there. And right, just like that. Oh, never mind. I almost called her a sub out there, but it's only her first of the night.
Capital 12th in the AA in scoring, just under 39 points per game. Helena High comes in at 49.7. I know Capital would like to ramp that up a little bit as the second free throw's off the mark. Tie ball game, 7-7. Capital, though, gives up the second least points, just 35.5. That is number 2 in the state, and a travel there is going to be called. Helena High is 5th. They allow just 40.5. So 2 very good defensive ball clubs, and we're going to see that with 1:30 to play first quarter. Bengals again with that pressure.
And Avery Kraft out of the game now for Helena High. Changes the way they run their offense quite a bit.
Cockhill. She'll leave it for Mokel. Mokel gets it back to Cockhill. She'll penetrate. 15 on the shot clock. Now Sayers up on top. Ball knocked away by Koenig. Good defense. Sayers picks it up near midcourt. 7 on the shot clock. Sayers penetrates, throws it up. And that's going to bounce off a couple of Bengals. New shot clock.
And Coach Dudek says it didn't hit the rim. And that's what they're going to call it. Should be a shot clock violation.
Oh, it is a violation. Okay.
Yeah. Sayers did.
I wasn't sure if it hit the rim or not.
Yeah, we had a weird angle. I don't think that one hit the rim, Jason. And Dudek was adamant about it. He's probably got the best angle in the house.
That is true. Dudek, a Pennsylvania native, moved to Helena a few years ago. Took over as head coach after Eric Peterson resigned after 3 straight state championships.
Good way to go out.
Yeah. Well, you had Cam Hilborn, Jamie Pickens.
I've heard they were pretty good.
They were moderately decent in high school. That one's knocked out of bounds. Pickens averaging a double-double right now for Carroll. Ranked 6th in the country in the NAI. She is so good.
Yeah, 3-time Conference Player of the Week. We'll see her on SWX later on
Very
in
nice
the year.
Rejection there. As the 3 is good from Koenig. She's hit a long 2 and now a triple. And it's 10-7 Bengals.
That's her 7th 3-ball of the season.
Mokel puts it on the floor, or rather Briscoe, drives baseline. In fact, you bring up Carroll, we're going to have on SWX, Carroll and Providence, a top 20 battle next Saturday here on SWX from Helena in the PE Center. That'll be a great matchup and doubleheader.
Now, Carroll took the first one earlier in the year at Providence's house.
Miller, now Cockhill. 6 to shoot. Shot clock shut off. Great drive by Cockhill. No good. Rebounded by Briscoe. She'll turn, put it up and in. And that is an exciting end to the first quarter. Neither team has built a lead bigger than 3. It is 10-9 Helena High here on SWX.
In a place that's superficial.
We were just talking about you behind your back.
I want to punch this entire town in the face. Lives a family that's super real.
Can we have him?
We could use a smart blonde in the family.
With a super mom.
Say please, excuse me, and thank you. Don't use any of the words Mama screams while she's driving.
Keeping it together weeknights.
It is amazing what a little love and a lot of white wine spritzers can create.
American Housewife.
Weeknights at 11:05 on Nonstop Local Fox.
We are
stories you should know.
Some of these areas are just really hard to read.
We're in the air with U.S. Customs and Border Protection.
To the stories you need to know.
Just how scary can it be to have a trained police dog chase you down?
From the stories that change the way you think.
It's the biggest event of the year.
To the stories that affect the way you feel.
Cheers.
Inside Edition.
These are the stories that impact your life.
Weeknights at 9:35 on Nonstop Local Fox.
Tonight's SWX presentation of high school basketball featuring Helena High and Capital. It's made possible in part by the Montana High School Association. Wherever you play, the MHSA is on your team. Thanks to our fantastic SWX crew again tonight. Love working with this crew. They are the absolute best in the state.
They set the tone setters.
10-9, Helena High with the lead as we head to the second quarter. And Capital with the ball first. Cockhill penetrates off the glass, just missed it. Rebound is still loose, and Koenig comes away with it.
Bit of a wrestling match in the paint there for that one. The refs let him play a little bit. Like to see that.
Todorovic. Calm, step back three, no good. Offensive rebound, and the putback is good for Kylie Gardapi. She out-battled the defender, got the board and the basket.
She's great, and she can have a game from time to time. She put up 17 points against Gallatin earlier this year in that win against the Raptors.
Sayers, she'll fire her first three. In and out, a little bit short as Gardapi, we got a tie-up, and that'll be Helena High basketball, and Ben Dudek wants a quick 30-second timeout. Didn't like what he saw there on the first offensive or second defensive possession here of the quarter for the Bengals.
He also maybe calmed his team down a little bit. I was here a couple of weeks ago, and they were having some wrestling duels against Butte. And down there, it looked like the same thing without a mat at the end of that rebound. So maybe settle his team down, not let it just become a physical fight, run some stinking things.
And you talk about wrestling. Capital High has a history of great wrestlers come through here.
They got a good one this year in Cole Graham.
Yeah, he's pretty good too. That's a team that placed in state the last couple of years and is looking to do it again. And like I said, they've had some studs come out of here. Pretty good football team. Undefeated state champs 2 years ago.
Yeah. City champions this year too.
They were.
Back to back in a monsoon.
Yes. Our SWX crew, we were in Bozeman for crosstown for that one.
Yeah, lucked out. Well,
we had a monsoon there.
There was a turf field over there, I'll tell you what.
That is true, yeah. 12-9, Helena High has the lead. Just under 7 minutes to play here in the first half. Is reaching in and stealing it away is Mokel. Good ball movement in transition. Nice stop, and then missed the layup was Chandler. And now we get a held ball, and that will be...
It's going to Helena High.
It's going to Helena High.
It was a jump ball.
What happened on the last one, which we thought was a tie-up, was a timeout was called. It was called a timeout instead of a tie-up.
Before the tie-up. I got you.
Yep. Yeah, no such thing as a jump ball anymore. It's just a tie-up or held ball. Deep three. Bounces around off the backboard and no good.
That's the home team rim right there.
That might have fallen for Capital.
Yeah.
Good transition defense, and Helena High can't save it as it goes off of a teammate. There's Kraft, or Todorovic rather. Good look at her.
Yeah, well, they didn't get to keep the ball there, but good job by Todorovic on Sayers once again, not letting her create with the ball.
Bruins swing it all the way around.
And now Helena High switched to a zone.
And the shot no good by... Well, let's see. The shot was no good by Mokel. I think the foul is also on Mokel.
I think yeah, you're right. You're right. Her and Britt, once again, another kind of good, intense thing down low on the block. They're fighting hard for rebounds tonight. That'll be the first on Mokel, so still good for Capital. Your big, tall center, not in trouble.
Three-point attempt blocked by Sayers. Koenig comes down with it. Ball still loose. And held ball. That'll be Bruin basketball this time. There was a whole lot of reaching and grabbing in there. That looked like the bottom of a football pile.
Oh, yeah.
Or rugby.
Yeah, they're playing sevens tonight at Capitol High. You like to see that in a little crosstown. Another tie-up. Hey, you dive for loose balls. On the other end down here, Coach Dudek says he wanted a foul. Sayers maybe almost on top of someone, but they're playing hard. You like to see the effort.
100%. You knew you'd see it. It's crosstown. And you talk to all four coaches, including the boys. They don't have to tell the kids anything. They know what this week is. And an offensive foul on Mokel.
I think it's a moving screen. And that's going to be her second. So right as I said, she's good. She gets her second foul, and she'll head to the bench.
12-9. Mokel second. Team foul number 2 on Capitol. As Koenig will bring it across the Bruin logo. The brown and gold of Capitol. Helena High with the lead. The drive and head to the free throw line will be Cassidy Smith, a 5'8" sophomore. Saw an opening and took it.
Yeah, I got the foul on Katie Sheridan there. She was moving with her. Wasn't hand foul. As you get a look at the replay here, a lower body foul. I can't move. When someone's driving in for a layup like that, you can't really slide with them. That's going to be a block most days of the week. The ending day.
First free throw up and no good. This is Helena High's first attempt at the free throw line tonight. Capitol's been there 4 times.
Yeah, physical game on both sides, but it's Capitol that's been tagged with 3 fouls here in the second quarter. None on Helena High yet.
Second one is good, so the lead is 13-9. It's our largest lead of the ball game, and it comes with 5:15 to play here in the first half.
Gotta think Capitol's gonna want to look to Sayers here.
Sheridan's gonna penetrate. And missed it. That scoop shot can either be great or not effective, and it was not effective there. As Kraft drives, she'll throw it up wildly and somehow got it to go in.
And that's tough, because that's her left hand. That's her left hand. That's a hard layup to make. And Garson Forba wants a timeout on the Capitol side of things.
This is one of the best drives you'll see as we get a look on it on replay. There's Kraft switching over the left hand.
Oh, yeah.
Off foot, but still got it to drop. The 5'6" senior for Helena High. And I tell you what, that's the best drive I've seen from anybody in Helena since we've gotten snow.
Yeah, I'm not beating anyone in a driving competition right about now. Tell you what, but yeah, Avery Kraft, that's true basketball purists. Coaches love to see that. Someone who can drive and really finish with her left hand. If she put that up with her right hand, probably would have been blocked by a Bruin. Good job by Avery Kraft. As we get a look at Katie Garson Forba, 6th year at the helm. She played basketball over in Washington and Evergreen State before coming over here and was an assistant first for this program, trying to get her players rallied.
Part of that first ever girls state championship in 2015. Bill Pilgrim, the head coach, won it all down in Butte. Player by the name of Mackenzie Johnston went on to a great career with the Lady Grizz and now playing overseas.
Yeah, she's tough.
Sayers has it in the corner, now back up on top to Cockhill.
I'll tell you what, student section just tried to counter down on the shot clock. Sayers didn't fall for it. Good job.
Nice pass, Sheridan. Her entry pass stolen away. We've got ball loose on the floor and another tie-up. And that one will be Helena High's. 4:17 to play, second quarter. 15-9 Helena High. Bengals have outscored the Bruins 5-0 here in the second.
This crew, they're kind of, if there's a loose ball, they're letting them play until 2 people have hands on it. And they'll call a tie-up, but that was another one of those. Ball gets tipped, and it was a free-for-all. But Helena had the possession arrow.
3, Kraft, good. She has 5 straight, and the lead has been doubled to 9, 18-9.
You don't want to get her started. She's like a microwave. Can get hot quick. 10th in the AA for points per game.
Nice drive by Cockhill, and that one might have hit the underside of the backboard. Back the other way goes Helena High.
I was also left-handed. Hard shot to make.
3. And off the mark. Helena High is the best three-point shooting team in the AA coming into this one. At just under 32%. Held ball, it'll go to Capitol. So we've seen Yeah. 4 or 5 balls in this quarter alone.
Coach Dudek, he wants a loose ball foul. I just don't think he's getting it from this crew tonight. He's like he ate a chili pepper on the sideline, but that's how they're letting him play tonight. I like it. I like a tough game.
Sayers scoreless thus far. Tries the step back three. Bobbled it in her hand on the way up. Missed it. This long rebound saved into the hands of Kraft. She'll drive, and that one's blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Helena High, but good defense by Sayers.
That's kind of what you need if you're Helena High. We get a quick look at it. Euro step, but nope, not today. Not today. And the student section like that, maybe you can get a little energy in the gym for Capital. But wait, never mind that. They called that a foul.
Oh, they did? Okay, I did not see the foul call.
I didn't see it either, Jason.
Okay, so Sayers picks up her first. Garson Forbes not happy with that.
Yeah, she's like us up here. We missed it.
Kraft misses the free throw.
We got a good look at it too, but we were too busy admiring the block from Sayers.
Yeah, she had to have gotten her with the body. That's all I can think of.
Yeah,
but
every Kraft moves quick, man.
She does. Sayers, the catcher for the Capital softball team, and
there we get another look at that one.
Mike Miller, the head coach. I don't know. They
When the Montana winter blankets the Flathead, Corwin Motors Kalispell ensures you're ready to take on the snow. Choose from our selection of 4x4s and SUVs, all equipped for your winter adventures and safety. Visit us today and conquer winter roads with the perfect vehicle for your needs. Corwin, family driven for over 100 years, through every season. GMC, we are professional grade. Currently, C's can lease a GMC Sierra 1500 Elevation with a TurboMax engine for $495 per month for 36 months with $34.95 due at signing.
I'm Dave. This is Calvin. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Let's get this party started. Bring your friends.
Why's the bottle half empty?
I started celebrating early.
I'm going to make a t-shirt that says Calvin is my best friend, and I'm going to wear it wherever we go.
It'll take more than a t-shirt to bring me down.
I figured you'd say that, which is why I made it a tank top.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey there, well, ESPN is the worldwide leader in sports, and here at SWX, we are your nonstop source for all things local. Together, we've teamed up to...
I can see that. Yeah. 23-9. Helena High's pressure has forced a few turnovers, and they have the lead. Bengals do, as Sayers gets it right across midcourt. She'll key up on Koenig. Now stop, pass it to the right. That is where Cockhill hauls it down. be on your side of the floor if you're looking at it. Miller's going to try a three. It's off the mark, a little long. Koenig tips the rebound to herself. 100 seconds to play here in the first half. 23-9, Helena High. Great entry pass to Gardapi, who puts it up and in. And Helena High has scored 15 unanswered here in the second quarter.
And now they're in a press. They're trying to run it up. Look, right as the ball gets across half court, they're going to try and trap if it goes to the corner. We'll see if they get it. No, not quite. Cockle's a little too fast.
Now over to Sayers. Sayers. Miller looks inside for Briscoe. Gardapi with good defense. Sayers has it now out on the wing. She'll bring it back up on top. Free throw line fired up. Off the back iron, no good. Kraft had it. Ball still loose. Out. And a timeout taken by Ben Dudek to save the possession with a minute to go and change here in the first half.
Well, smart play by Coach Dudek. He's yelled at the refs enough tonight to call a loose ball foul on those, and he's like, oh, they're not going to call one? Call a timeout when it's about to be a tie-up. He gets his timeout, and he's got his Bengals rolling. Not only 25 points, you talk about race to 50, they're on pace for that, but the job they've done on guarding Taylor Sayers, top in the state in most all-scoring metrics, has been phenomenal.
Well, you know, when you look at what they've done, the Bengals here in the second quarter, it's a 15-0 run.
Yeah.
Capital scored the last points right before the end of the first quarter.
That's a stat line you look back at as a coach. You get the box scores here at halftime. You don't want to put up a bagel in the second quarter, big momentum quarter.
Saw a good look of Jake Garson, the assistant coach and brother of head coach Katie Garson-Forba.
Family affair on the Capitol bench.
Well, her whole family's from Idaho. They moved up to Montana last year, and then her and her husband left her family in Montana and went out to Seattle to visit her husband's family for Christmas. So the first Christmas was spent alone in Montana. 35 seconds to go, and a steal by Todorovic. She'll take it down. The layup no good, and Sayers hustles back for the rebound. Quick outlet up ahead to Cockhill. It's a 3-on-3. She'll take it herself. She'll draw the foul, and she's got a chance for a three-point play.
I'll tell you what, she's got running the bases speeds. We talked about UM softball commit. When they do down and backs in practice, Anna Cockle's the fastest one. She proved it there on the fast break, gets the speed over the top with a great shot blocker, Gardapi. That's kind of the injection of momentum the Bruins need.
Yeah, they have been stymied all quarter, but that rebound by Sayers and then up ahead to Cockhill, and she banks in the free throw.
And that's 2 fouls, too, on Gardapi, something to keep an eye on there. Good rim protector. She'll head to the bench for Helena High.
That'll bring in Evelyn Nielsen, a 6'1 senior, off the bench. 25-12, 23.6 seconds to go here in the half.
Probably nice when you can bring in someone who's 6'1 off the bench.
Yeah. I've never been 6'1, so I don't know what that's like.
You're joking.
And a steal by Cockhill on the sideline. Gets it to Sayers. Sayers crosses midcourt. Back to Cockhill. 3 to shoot. Cockhill's going to drive. The layup. Missed it. And that is the end of the first half. But that second quarter owned by Helena High. They started off on a 15-0 run. And they have the 25-12 lead. Here's we head to the locker room at the Bears Den. Coming right back on SWX.
When the Montana winter blankets a flathead, Corwin Motors Kalispell ensures you're ready to take on the snow. Choose from our selection of 4x4s and SUVs, all equipped for your winter adventures and safety. Visit us today and conquer winter roads with the perfect vehicle for your needs. Corwin, family driven for over 100 years, through every season. GMC, we are professional grade. Currently, C's can lease a GMC Sierra 1500 Elevation with a TurboMax engine for $495 per month for 36 months with $34.95 due at signing.
I'm Dave. This is Calvin. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Let's get this party started. Bring your friends.
Why's the bottle half empty?
I started celebrating early.
I'm going to make a t-shirt that says Calvin is my best friend, and I'm going to wear it wherever we go.
It'll take more than a t-shirt to bring me down.
I figured you'd say that, which is why I made it a tank top.
Weeknights at 10:05 on Nonstop Local Fox.
Not Dead Yet is back February 7th on ABC. And yes, I'm still single.
Whoa.
Huh? Still hungover.
Still talking to ghosts.
Whoa, what was that?
Who are you?
I'm your boss's boss. You hungover?
Huh?
You talking to ghosts?
Me?
Yeah, you. Who are you talking to?
Nobody.
Show me your colors.
911, what is your emergency?
Every day we encounter people who are having the worst day of their entire lives.
Does it get any easier?
Nope.
It takes a certain kind of person to run towards danger rather than run away from it.
Why is this job so important to you?
Growing up, I never saw any heroes who looked like me.
And that's what a hero looks like.
Help is on the way.
Saturday nights at 11:35 on Nonstop Local ABC.
Now night here on SWX 25-12. Helena High has the lead at the half. And we've got a great story by my partner, Jack Marshall.
Sports fans in Montana all turned their heads this week as one of the Treasure State's most talented athletes committed to a Big 12 school. That's right, Helena High's Logan Todorovich is going to be running track at Baylor.
Yeah, Waco was super cool. Obviously, Baylor's a great school. They have super great facilities. And then Waco's a super cool town. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Montana, but it's obviously Texas, which is cool.
The senior did visits at Indiana, Michigan State, Oregon State, Missouri, and then Baylor in December before committing this week.
To see what's available to Division I athletes at that level is eye-opening. I think the process of recruiting is a hard one. So by the end of it, Logan was ready to make a decision.
It's like a dream come true. It's something that I know a lot of people want, and I think being able to experience, I'm very thankful and grateful for.
Todorovich is a 4-time state champion and holds the long jump state record in Montana.
She's one of the kindest people I know. She reached out to me this year to see what she could do to make our program better. And I think that just demonstrates how much she cares about her teammates, how much she cares about her coaches, and wants to help us and really wants to expand what we do as a program.
The Big 12 commit will have one more season with Helena High before heading to Waco, and her Bengals have a chance to three-peat.
I think the biggest goal is to win state as a team again. I think that's every girl on our entire team and Jesse's goal. And then individually, I'd like to win long jump and hurdles again, and then maybe some other ones, and then obviously PR in a lot of those events.
Todorovich will be back in action for the Bengals this spring. For SWX Montana, I'm Jack Marshall.
What a great young lady. Her sister plays hoops, and they're feeling it right now. 25-12, Helena High leads Capital here at the half on SWX. We're coming right back.
Health Break is brought to you by Providence.
During the pandemic, many women stopped their regular healthcare routine. That means many are due for a breast cancer screening. Providence, Montana breast imaging radiologist Dr. Matthew Curtis explains why it's so important.
The first line is doing screening mammography. Routine screening mammography starting at age 40 is the best way to catch breast cancer, and it's been shown to save the most lives.
For women who are at higher risk for breast cancer, mammograms and screening imaging should begin sooner.
They can talk to their primary care provider, and the primary care provider can go through their history with them and look at whether they are high risk or not by looking at things like their family history. If someone has a first-degree relative, like a sister, mother, or even daughter who's had breast cancer, especially at a younger age, that might elevate their risk of having breast cancer.
Providence offers quick, convenient mammography in a comfortable, discreet setting. They also offer several other ways to look for breast cancer.
For some people, especially those with dense breast tissue, we can offer whole breast screening ultrasound. It doesn't replace mammography, but it does help look through that denser breast tissue and help see if anything is hiding there. For those that are at higher risk, breast MRI is a good option.
To find out more, visit montana.providence.org.
Health Break is brought to you by Providence. It might look like it, but this isn't a national production. It's local. It's the people who live here covering the teams that play here. Every sport at every level. Live local sports. SWX Nonstop Local Sports.
It is 25-12 at the half. We saw a very close first quarter. It was 10-9. Helena High had the lead and then exploded in the second half. But take us through the highlights.
Yeah, it's been a good ball game. Capital took it down low early. We saw Taylor Sayers get a bucket. That might be a long night for the Bengals, but as we see Anacocco, another athletic player, they were doing damage early. Brooke and Briscoe off the bench as a senior was doing great stuff in the first quarter, but then the Bengals took over. We talked about an athlete. We just saw her sister a second ago. Maddie Todorovic gets the fadeaway there. Kylie Gardepy did work down low, blocking it. Gracie Mergel from downtown, stroking it. So Helena High's huge second quarter as we see another one there from Ashley Koenig. But the Bengals is a back and forth physical game, and then the Bengals took over from downtown. Avery Kraft also had some really good drives for this team, and they just kind of played a little more physical than the Bruins, I thought, in the second half or the second quarter, as we see one of those phenomenal drives by Avery Kraft with the left hand.
Did it 25-12? Yeah, a 15-0 run started the second quarter. We'll have the third quarter when we come back here on SWX.
My name is Sky McGinty, and I'm the Executive Director of All Nations Health Center here in Missoula. We serve every single person who comes through our doors, offering Western medicine with an Indigenous lens. Right now, our primary focus is to help folks navigate the re-enrollment process for Medicaid. Medicaid continuous eligibility is coming to an end, but that doesn't mean your benefits have to. Come visit us at All Nations Health Center to understand how we can help you re-enroll in Medicaid.
Before the podcast, before the documentaries, there was America's Most Wanted. The show that brought true crime to TV is back with the man who started it all.
I'm John Walsh, host of America's Most Wanted. We're more connected than ever, and you can help solve cases like never before. This time, I'm bringing in my son Callahan to help.
America's Most Wanted, season premiere this Monday on Fox.
A dentist would charge you double if you had big teeth like what animal?
A giraffe.
What show was you watching where you saw these giraffe teeth at?
I drew a blank.
5 days a week, you'll be saying, what the feud?
I haven't been to the zoo in forever.
Okay. Weekdays at 3 on Nonstop Local ABC.
And we welcome you back as we start the third quarter here at the Bears Den. Jason Walker, Jack Marshall, missed shot by Maddie Todorovic, and then she's called for the silly foul, and she knows it. 25-12 as we start the third. Helena High with the 13-point lead is led by as much as 15, and that was right before half. Cockhill got a three-point play.
That was a good stop by Capital to start the second quarter. They got to kind of do what Helena High did in the second quarter in this third quarter if they want to make it a ball game.
Cockhill has it on the wing in front of her own bench. Up on top, Sayers. Sayers with just 2 points in that first half. Comes in averaging 17.7. She's wide open.
Got to get her the ball.
Sheridan drives and gets it in. Strong take against Gardepy.
That's a tall task. Good job by Sheridan, though. She's playing tough out there.
It's a mini little 4-0, 5-0 run by Capital going back to the end of the second quarter. And a turnover by Helena High. Minute gone by here. As Capital looking to cut into this double-digit lead. Nice screen and roll. Doesn't quite work. Good defense by the Bengals. And Todorovic comes away with it. 25-14. Bengals have the lead here. Crosstown game number 1. They'll play again on February 1st over at the Jungle at Helena High.
That was good defense there by Todorovic, who has the ball on the other end.
And she puts it up, the little jump hook in the lane after it had been knocked away. And you can see Capital's defense. I know they gave up the bucket there, Jack, but you can see their defense has been amped up. Something obviously was said in that locker room by Coach Garson Forba.
Yeah, I as a former basketball player, you never want to be in the locker room and during a rivalry game at halftime when you're losing, but I bet you got them going.
Good defense down low. The ball is loose. And it'll be a held ball, and it'll be Capital basketball. Good hustle there by Cockhill. Dive it on the floor.
That's kind of been Helena High's game as the student sections are really starting to get into it here. Is that they kind of tip the ball, force a loose ball, 50-50 ball, and then just jump on it. And then if you do that a couple of times, you're going to get the possession, half of it. So they switched from just playing man and face guard and stairs. They're 2-3 zone now, and it's been working just as well.
Well, the refs are discussing the shot clock. It reset to 35, and it shouldn't have.
Well, is it a change of possession if there's a tie-up?
They got it back to 13. No, it was not a change of possession because the ball had been knocked loose in the paint.
Right.
So they got it reset to 13. I think that's the good call. They came together and got it done. Sayers will inbound baseline underneath her own basket.
If you're Capital, you want to run a play where you get Sayers the ball in the corner. That's what they try to do there, too.
Ball loose, picked up by the Bruins. 5 on the shot clock. Sayers has it. Top of the key, 3 ball. And we're going to let them play. Up ahead, running the floor, and getting back to draw the foul. The foul's going to be on Chandler. We're running the floor and getting out in front Murgle, and she'll head to the free throw line.
This Helena High team likes to run on offense, and defense kind of speeds you up, and that was what they did there. Advanced the ball and got a foul. I'm sure Coach Dudek likes that. He's enjoying some water on the sideline. So
first free throw is up and good. Foul on Chandler, her first team foul. You know, in recorder, and what's my old broadcasting partner, the Hall of Famer Gary Turcotte, used to say all the time is defense leads to offense.
Yeah.
And basketball's a game of runs.
Yeah, well, they've done both of those. They've had some great defense that has led to offense, and that offense has helped them go on some pretty good runs, 15-0.
Murgle hits them both. 28, or hit one out of 2. 28-14, lead back to 14.
And they're still in this kind of trapping zone press here. Not letting off the gas.
Cockhill trying to get her team going anyway. Miller now drives all the way across the lane. Now she gets it back on the wing. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul away from the basket, and that'll be on Helena High.
Helena High foul. Yeah, Ashley Koenig reaching foul there. That's only her second. They're still playing physical, and once again trying to get good steals, defense and offense.
It is 29-14. Murgle did hit them both. That's what I thought.
We good over there, Jason?
5:15 to go. Miller fakes the 3. Now she'll penetrate to the high post, and her pass intended for Sheridan goes out of bounds, and it'll be Helena High basketball. 5:05 to go, third quarter.
And no Sayers on the floor for Capital. They're probably trying to rest her so she's good to go for the full fourth quarter, but you got to keep it a game if you're the Bruins, if you want that to happen.
This pass on the baseline, and then Koenig lost the handle. Good save by Gardapi, finds Kraft, partially blocked. Dudek wants it. Coach Dudek wanted a foul, and now Kraft gets called for one in the backcourt, and he is not going to be happy with that. Another official has to come in and settle him down. There was a lot of contact, and then a little ticky-tacker on Kraft. Her third. That is the third Helena High team foul.
Yeah, Coach Dudek's hotter than a polar bear in Arizona on the sideline down there.
Well, there was a lot of contact on Kraft's attempt.
They're playing bumper cars. They're letting them play. I like that. I like that.
Briscoe. And it goes out of bounds. It'll be another turnover on the Bruins. 29-14, so no harm other than it's Kraft's third foul.
That's it's another quick turnover for the Bruins, and Garson Forba's seen enough. She's putting Mokel and Sayers back in.
Nice pass from Kraft down low. Todorovic couldn't handle it. Picked up on the floor by Drynan. Helena High still has it. 20 on the shot clock. Gardapi fakes the three. She'll drive and draw the foul on Briscoe. And she will shoot 2 free throws.
We talk about that crosstown football game that was a monsoon. I'll tell you what, physicality-wise, this isn't much different. Man, oh man, they're going at it.
That is a strong take.
And it only gets worse down low. I guess that's finally the end of the foul. But man, it's been a slugfest. Gardapi finally gets to go to the line on all of it.
So line change for Capital. Speaking of line changes, February 3rd, down in Bozeman, Cat Grizz volleyball. Wow. Hockey here on SWX. Gardapi misses them both. 4:05 to go in the quarter. 29-14.
Oh, stick and puck with the Swix crew.
Drive by Sayers. No good. Partially blocked, but she'll head to the free throw line. That foul's going to go on Pipinich. That'll be her second. Both against Sayers while she's been guarding her. So Sayers heads to the line.
It's kind of been Pipinich's job tonight. When Todorovic isn't guarding Sayers, she needs a breather. You guard Sayers. Stop the game for a second.
29-14 our score. Sayers shooting 2. First one is on the way and good. Sayers does a lot. You can tell she's worked with the Carroll women. Her mom, head coach Rochelle Sayers. The way she shoots free throws, the way she approaches the game. She has been around the game of hoops her entire life, and you can see it's paid off.
It's in her blood, but also like this summer, Katie Garson Forward really challenged her to get better. Had her take 10,000 shots. She's always in the gym, and it's really starting to pay off this year. She's been one of the premier players in the state.
29-16 after she makes them both. Gardapi, defender falls down. Good help defense, though, forces the errant shot as Briscoe came over from the help side. Now Sayers as Drynan fell down, missed the 3. Back the other way comes Helena High. Kraft in transition with the left hand. Gets it across. And not maybe the best entry pass there. Turnover for Helena High. Cockhill back the other way. Sayers down inside Briscoe. She lost the handle, and here comes Helena High. It's a 2-on-3, and Kraft wisely pulls it out.
That was good help side defense by the guard Addison Roush for Helena High to steal that away from the post.
And Kraft going to call the foul before the travel.
That's on Cockhill.
So that'll be the third team foul. Cockhill's first, and put Kraft at the free throw line.
It's only getting more physical down the stretch. Hard to say who that's going to benefit. Helena High, though, a really good free throw shooting team.
Kraft had 22 to lead the team last week in a win at home against Hellgate, and then had 12 to back up Todorovic's 13 in the win at Sentinel.
Yeah, Todorovic and Kraft 10th and 11th from the AA for scoring.
Kraft misses the second one. 30-16, just under 3 minutes to play here in the third. Pink Knights at Capital for this doubleheader. And going to get a foul. That'll be on Pipinich. That'll be her third. Mentioned as Pink Knight, one of Capital High's outstanding athletes in the past. Kendra Zins-Lenhart's been battling breast cancer for the last year, and she is on her way to recovery. So all the proceeds tonight from all the shirts and all the raffles here at Capital at the Bears Den all benefit the family. And it's nice to see the two crosstown teams come together for one special lady.
Yeah, for sure. Plenty of pink in the gym tonight.
Sayers hits the first. Hits the second.
And that's good for Sayers. She's had a couple of trips to the free throw line. If you're not in rhythm as a shooter, if you go to the free throw line and get your mechanics down, it can really help you out.
30-18. Helena High has held the lead throughout. We've had one tie in this game. It was at 2. Madison Roush, Gardapi in the paint. She'll kick it out. 3 is an air ball and it goes off the mark. Mergel.
Now, that was a good look from Mergel. She wanted to take the first one. She's getting rhythm. She's good at 14 against Bozeman earlier this year, but obviously shooting right in front of your home student section.
Sayers, high post up. Now up on top, Miller. Miller to the other side for Cockhill. Sayers posting up. Here comes the double team. She spins right into it. Still has it. Puts it up. Too strong. And Roush with the weak side rebound. 2 minutes to play in the quarter. Helena High by a dozen. Kraft, a deep 3 is off the left side of the iron. No good. Miller with it. Up ahead, Cockhill. Takes it right against Kraft. Kick out baseline. Sheridan's 3 is short. And the rebound to Roush. Roush being pressured by Sheridan. Gets it off to Mergel. Just across midcourt. Now Kraft will settle things down.
Almost turned into a track meet there. And as we saw at halftime, Helena High's back-to-back girls state champions. I don't know if you want to be in a track meet against them.
Jesse Zentz has done a very nice job with that girls track program over there.
They're going to be good again this year, too, this spring.
Mergel in the corner, dribbles up to the wing. Gardapi, pump fake, draws the foul. She'll shoot 2. Good ball movement by the Bengals and patience by Helena High.
Well, time's on your side. If you're Coach Dudek and the crew, why not just go through your offense, get a good look like that in the paint. If not, run some clock down and hold your lead. Big free throws, though. You got to make them down the stretch.
Fell on Briscoe, her 3rd. 74 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. Helena High still with the lead by a dozen. Led by as much as 15. The second one is good, and it's back to a baker's dozen.
Helena High back in this press.
It's a 1-2-2 trapping zone press.
And that's how you beat it right there. You get the ball to the middle of the floor. Great press break drawn up by Garson Forba.
Sheridan hands it off Miller. Miller uses a screen from Briscoe. Now she'll fake the shot. Got into a little bit of trouble. Nice Cockhill. Briscoe, no good. And a foul on the rebound. That'll be on Helena High. And it'll put Briscoe at the free throw line.
That was a great entry pass from Cockhill to get the ball to Briscoe. I can't tell if it's a shooting foul or it's due to the bonus there, as we get a great look at that. Just short, and then Briscoe hit the floor.
Foul on Mergel. That's her first. Bonus both ways with the next capital foul. For the remainder of the quarter, fouls reset. Briscoe misses the first. 31-18. Garson Forba looking ahead, trying to figure out how to get this offense going as Briscoe hits the second.
Briscoe. Oh.
And then a silly foul in the backcourt as Sheridan trucks Kraft.
Wow, I like to see Kraft did what a point guard's great move. When someone's behind you, trailing you, especially in a break like that, you're moving quick. You get in front of them, you stomp on the brakes. If you're trying to commit insurance fraud, draw a foul every time. Look at that. That's a point guard's way to get to the free throw line. I did that one in the day a few times.
Kraft hits the first. 48.8 to play here in the 3rd. 32-19.
Kraft, someone, you talk about good soccer player. She's been on a few visits to some schools that she might play college soccer at.
Missed the second. Miller with the rebound. Led to Cockhill. 32-19. Coming to 40 seconds to play in the 3rd. Cockhill, nice shot fake. Now Miller on the wing. Briscoe gets it to Sayers up top. Sayers. Man, Kraft, Sidorovich, Pipinich have all just a great job. Sheridan drives and draws the foul on Roush.
Yeah, you talk Doctor, they've done a great job on Sayers, but because of that, their face guard leaves a little more space for the rest of this team. And I will say Katie Sheridan's done a great job driving today with that opened up space. Like, some other players are going to have to step up if Sayers is being face guarded. Good job there by Sheridan. Take it to the line.
First one on the way is good.
Sheridan coming in 11 for 20 at the line.
5'6" senior. 24 seconds to play in the third. As Sheridan hits them both. 32-21. Lead down to 11.
They're kind of creeping back into it a little bit. For Capital, Helena High could really take some momentum into the fourth quarter with a score here.
Kraft will dribble near midcourt. 8 seconds to go. Kraft screened by Gardapi. Kraft into the corner. Mergel. 1 second, and she traveled with it with .1 left.
The Capital contingent's got to like that. A great stop to close out the quarter. Not enough time to get a shot off now either.
Little court unawareness there by Mergel, and that is the end of 3 here in Helena. 32-21. Helena High leads Capital in crosstown. We're coming right back with the final quarter next.
Come on down to Outdoor Man.
When do I get to shoot the crossbows?
We're breaking the rules.
So you're 13. I don't even think it's legal. So we should do it after lunch.
Our camping department is intense.
Set it up in 30 seconds flat. And take it down even faster.
And we're always family friendly.
He's adorable.
Listen, we found a bear cub in here.
Been nice knowing you, Baxter.
Outdoor Man is open for business on Last Man Standing.
Weekdays at 4 on Nonstop Local Fox.
I only got one rule. I don't play by the rules. Even that one. So I play by the rules. My rules.
In a town with the most twisted criminals.
Looks like we got ourselves a serial killer.
Yeah, we really got to stop doing that.
One detective uncovers the truth.
That note was a perfect B-flat.
I keep forgetting to check both sides.
John Hamm stars in The Ripped Spur. Series premiere February 18th on Fox.
Good look at Katie Garson-Forba as trying to figure out a way to cut into this 11-point deficit in 8 minutes. Jason Walker, Jack Marshall back in the Bears' den.
They're going to need something big, tell you what. But the end of the half and some momentum. If Capital can string some scores, stops and scores together to start, this place will get to rocking. That'd be great for the Bruins.
Helena High, number 5 in the state AA power polls, and coming off 5 straight wins. And a turnover. Briscoe gets the steal. Looks up, gets it to Sayers.
Talk about someone who'll get this building rocking. Few shots going for Taylor Sayers. This place will...
O'Cockhill got loose underneath, and Briscoe found her for 2, and the lead is out into single digits for the first time since the second quarter.
I watched them run that play in practice. They used Sayers as a decoy and ran the back door there. Great play.
32-23. Todorovic will drive, try to answer, and she does.
Hey, big-time players, big-time plays. That's a big play there. Quick answer in the fourth quarter. Don't let Capital get momentum. Good job by Todorovic.
Cockhill. Her pass tipped. She comes back down with it. Now she picks up her dribble. High post, Briscoe. Sayers takes it from her at the top of the key.
Trying to steal it from her.
Sayers. Penetration kick out Miller. Miller's going to penetrate. She'll put it up off the glass. Too strong. And Gardapi with another rebound.
That was a good look. Good drive. Miller can shoot the 3-ball pretty well, too.
Todorovic into the front court. Goes off onto the wing. For Koenig. Koenig tries an up and under. Too strong. And Sayers with the rebound. Good defense by Sayers there. And she'll bring it across midcourt. Left-hand dribble. Now a right-hand shovel pass off to Cockhill. That is Sheridan with it. Nice no-look inside Briscoe. Too strong against the triple team. And Helena High comes away with it. 6:10 to go. 34-23. Koenig hands it off. Todorovic, 3 is way too strong, and Miller with the defensive rebound. Now Cockhill in transition. Got a strong head of steam. Sayers for 3. It's short. Gardapi with the rebound, and the foul's going to go. If that's on Briscoe, it'll be her 4th.
And I thought maybe that was a double dribble. I was on the fence. Seeing Coach Dudek's reaction, hopefully he doesn't burst a nerve in his neck or anything down there.
So Mokel will check back in as Briscoe heads to the bench with 4 fouls. 5:44 left. 34-23 Helena High.
Briscoe played some physical minutes tonight, and that shows. 4 fouls.
Cassidy Smith now with the ball for the Bengals. She'll get it to Gardapi. Gardapi works on Mokel. Puts it up off the glass and in.
Good defense, better offense. I'll tell you what. Mokel was in the right place.
Helena High continues with its pressure. Cockhill quickly breaks it. Quickly into the front court. Quickly down to the hoop. She'll put it up. No good. And Kraft. Oh, they're going to get a held ball, and that'll be Capital basketball. All right.
I appreciate they've been letting them play all night. They did again. You just can't let it get a little too out of hand.
Helena High football coach Dane Broadhead making his way into the arena.
As we get a great look at Taylor Sayers there, but she's head of the bench. Maybe get a little air before she comes in and hopes to make a run.
Sheridan, 3 ball off the back of the iron, no good. Big offensive rebound by Mokel, and she will head to the free throw line.
You got to start stringing baskets together along with stops. And great job by Gracie Mokel. Katie Sheridan, right idea to shoot the 3 there, but better rebounding by Mokel. She knows how to hold the line. She has a straight down line, 6.4 points per game, 6.4 rebounds per game.
5:07 to go. The lead is 12. Mokel turnaround, her second one no good, rimmed around and out. Rebound for Helena High. Kraft up ahead to Koenig. Former Carroll College fantastic athlete Sean Bloomquist in the house as well behind us.
Sean Bloomquist did a hard foul on me in noon ball the other day. It was hard to wake up.
Bloomy was great guy.
I can tell he's a football player, I'll tell you what.
And stepping onto the baseline out of bounds is Todorovic, turns it over.
Well, another good stop for Capital, but now got to put the ball in the hoop. Coach Dudek, he's smiling. I don't think it's out of pleasure, though.
The lead is 12 for Helena High. Capital looking to try anything offensively. Struggled last week on the road at Sentinel, falling 37-27, and a nice move inside, but a little too strong was Mokel. Rebound back the other way comes Helena High. Koenig stops.
They might as well just slow it down. They got time on their side. Get a good look.
Coming up on the midway point. Final quarter. Koenig to the wing. Crossover. The ball knocked away by Chandler. It'll stay with Helena High. 16 on the shot clock. Sayers back in for Capital.
Well,
Mergel in for Helena High.
That's what you got if you're Capital. Sayers went out. You held the line. She got some air. Maybe come in now and get some points on the board.
Kraft has it on the wing. 10 on the shot clock. Kraft, crossover. Trying to get to the block. She does. Into the paint. Missed it. Rebound to Todorovic. And a new shot clock for Helena High. And then Todorovic draws the foul. That'll be just the second team foul on Capital here in the fourth quarter. I love what rules have done for women's basketball across all divisions. Reset fouls at every quarter. Of course, the shot clock in Montana, a couple years old now, is Todorovic strong, but missed it, and Mokel with a rebound. Sayers. Lob pass on top. Cockhill drives, missed it. Rebound, tipped out. Sayers has it, free throw line. Couple of dribbles, leaves it for Mokel. Mokel now over to the right side, Cockhill. Cockhill's going to drive, kick back, or step back. Long deuce is good. Lead is 10 for Helena High.
Well, if you're going to go play softball at UM, you got to be able to take the pressure, and that's a high-pressure shot, big situation. 10-point ball game.
3:10 remaining in regulation.
They're guarding them at the half court. And turnover.
Oh, and it is a turnover's Kraft. Mergel cut. Koenig passed, and Kraft couldn't save.
Miscommunication, probably. I mean, for the first time tonight, Capital really had the defense extended all the way out and help that miscommunication. Another big opportunity here. Get this place loud for Helena Capital.
Just under 3 to go. Sayers gets it from Cockhill. Sayers drives, layup, got it to go. Lead is down to 8, and Garson Forba takes a timeout with 2:47 to go, 36-28. This one is not over.
Yeah. That was a great bucket there.
Stick around for our second game. The boys will get together from Helena High and Capital. A doubleheader on a Friday night in the Queen City.
Now, I would imagine that Coach Garson Forba is going to drop a new defense. She's going to get them high pressure, physical, maybe some sort of zone with a trap or just full court man. Try to create some quick turnovers here. And if you can get, Sayers is a really good driver too. And if they're going to, Helena High is going to stay in that man defense, why not drive against it? On the other end, Coach Dudek probably got to drop a few press breaks. Tell them what to do. And obviously, you got to keep your common offense, run the clock down. Can't have turnovers like that last possession.
Garson Forba has 2 timeouts remaining. Dudek and 3 for Helena High. 2:47 left, 36-28. This is the closest the Capital has been since it was 15-9 with 5 minutes to play in the second quarter.
Helena High ball at the far end. We'll see. So Capital's going to come out in a press.
Sayers will guard the inbound.
It looks like off the first jump, it looks like it'll be a man press.
Koenig, inbound Kraft. Back everybody off, and Kraft will bring it across midcourt against Sheridan.
That's smart. That's Avery Kraft, cool as a cucumber. You want her breaking it. She's an athlete. We're see her brother in the game after this. He's a great football player. Also on the varsity team for Helena High, but
Kraft almost fell down, kept her dribble. Now Todorovich. 12 on the shot clock. Mergel on the wing. High post, Gardapi. Gardapi, a ball fake, put it on the floor. Now Koenig, corner 3 off the back iron, and the rebound is Sayers. Went off of Gardapi's fingertips. Sayers and Capital can cut this even further, and then she turns it over, dribbles it off of her foot, and it's a turnover for Capital with 2:06 to go. Here comes the press again.
Well, that was a good stop and good rebound from Capital. Helena High ran the clock down, though.
Kraft can walk it up.
Yeah, she's so fast, you can't really trap her.
We're under 2 to go. 36-28, Helena High. Looking for a 6th consecutive win. Kraft. Try to go to the wing. Stolen away by Cockhill. Cockhill takes it down, lays it up and in. It's a 6-point game.
Look out. Dudek wants a timeout. Dudek wants a timeout.
92 seconds to go. Each team will have 2 timeouts remaining. 36-30.
Well, Jason, I feel like it wasn't too long ago. This was double-digit lead. It's 2 possessions now. Capital has really, with the way they've subbed in out their players, used Sayers. She went to the bench a little bit and played some solid defense. Great job to get back in this one. Now it's just to see if Coach Dudek can help his players get to the finish line.
Capital on a 7-0 run here in the last couple of minutes to trim the deficit.
How about the defense in the second half from Helena Capital? Helena High had 25 in the first half. I was saying race to 50. They've only allowed 11 points in the second half.
Yeah, the first one to 40 might win this one.
Yeah, I think the first one to 40, I'll guarantee that, actually. First one to 40 is winning this one.
2 fouls for Capital.
Yeah.
Helena High with 1. They have no reason to foul, do the Bengals?
Yeah, I'm thinking Capital because you got a few fouls to give and you might need them soon anyway. Drop some plays to try to get steals and when in doubt, foul them. At least for a couple.
So we break the team huddles. It's Helena High basketball at midcourt in front of the scorer's table. Koenig will inbound. They'll double team Kraft. Try to get the ball into someone else's hands. Kraft breaks through it. Kraft across the lane to Gardapi. Missed it. Rebound being tipped around. It's loose. We get a held ball. It'll be Helena High basketball with $1:24 to go.
Well, that was a great play to get the ball to Kraft, and then a great pass by Kraft. They just couldn't get the shot to go. Somehow still Helena High ball. Good call by Coach Dudek out of the huddle, though.
So Koenig will inbound baseline into Kraft. Kraft fouled by Sheridan. 13 foul, so 1 more to go before we hit the bonus.
Now you got to give. Why not? Now that we're in the bonus, probably wouldn't foul Kraft. She's a good shooter, but man, this
is what you'd expect from across town.
Yeah.
Koenig looking to inbound. Does Gardapi lost it on the way up. It was stripped away by Cockhill. Good defense. Stays with Helena High.
That was another schematically great play. They got someone open at the opposite side.
Koenig up ahead. Kraft. No reason to hurry if you're Helena High, but you do not want to play to not lose. To keep playing to win.
Yeah, that's right.
Kraft picks up her dribble. Now in trouble. Shovels it off to Todorovic. 20 on the shot clock. 65 seconds to play. Todorovic, baseline, kick out. Koenig, corner 3. No good. Rebound, Todorovic. Count it. And a foul. Weak side defense, or offense, rather. And Todorovic. Huge bucket for Helena High.
That was a great play by her. We talked about her sister Logan, talented runner going to Baylor. She's going to get some offers, too, on the track. Maybe basketball, too, if she keeps this up as the free throw's good.
Lead back to 9.
Yeah.
And a timeout taken by Coach Dudek and the Bengals. 57.8 to play. 39-30. Bengals have the lead. They've been scoreless for a few minutes, so that was a big offensive rebound and putback for Todorovic, which then turned into a 3-point play.
Yeah, smart play by Todorovic. Like you talked about playing to win, not playing to tie or lose. I was not trying to get back on defense. Look for the rebound, position herself in the right place for if it's going to be a miss, gets it. Great to see that. We got to talk to her dad, Scott, a little bit for the game here. He might have the worst seats in the house tonight. His daughter's making the biggest plays. He's up in the nosebleeds here in the Bruins den, but I'm sure he's happy seeing that.
Bruins will have the ball. Helena High has 3 fouls to give. That's something to keep an eye on, too. 39-30. Helena High would be in the bonus with any capital foul from here on out. Both teams battling to the end. 2 timeouts remaining for Katie Garson-Forba, 1 for Ben Dudek. And Helena High will continue with its press. It's worked all game. As they'll try to deny Cockhill, Sheridan, Sayers, the shooters. And it's Cockhill up the sideline to the top of the key. Nice on the screen and roll, and no on the basket, but heading to the free throw line is Gracie Mokel.
Yeah, a great pick and roll. Chance for an and 1-2. Mokel, 8th in the AA for free throw percentage. 9 for 12 on the year, not counting before today.
And the first one is off the left side of the iron, no good. And Garson-Forba, well, they're going to send players to the benches. Timeout's been called.
I wonder.
She didn't look like it. She called it, but timeout has been taken.
Was it Garson-Forba who called that?
Yeah.
I thought maybe Coach Dudek would be icing the shooter, kind of better and move there. But
the 30-second timeout. She wants to drop the play no matter what happens. make or miss. Sorry.
Smart coaching too. Not to call it after, because you can't call it after the play, especially if it's a miss. Also, Mokel missed the first one, so she can kind of reestablish her rhythm, cool her down. Obviously, Jim really filling up, getting loud in here.
You know what's great, too, about basketball over the last decade or so is coaches have given, and especially at the high school level, coaches have given more responsibility to the players to make decisions in crunch time. It's not always, micromanaging the game. And, you've got to design play. You know what you're going to run defensively and offensively, but there comes a time where you just let the players make the calls.
And that really builds leaders. And you see these players talking to each other after the huddles. And I think you're exactly right about that.
You've got two great coaches who let their teams do that. As Mokel hits the second, 39-31, 47.9, Capital full court press. Look to trap, get the steal, almost did. Kraft loses it, ball loose, it's a turnover to Capital. 40.9, so the pressure turns into a turnover, and Capital with the ball.
Well, good job by Capital to press. Kraft likes to go fast, but there when they're trying to trap you, it's not always the best to dribble through the press.
Sheridan. There's 37 seconds to go. Shot, Sayers, no good. Rebound by Gardapi, and Sayers quickly fouls her. 2 free throws the rest of the way for Helena High.
Great for them. And, you talked about coaches letting their players play. That's kind of what, when I talked to Garson before the season, she got 7 seniors on the team. She talked about they're just going to enjoy every day, right? Like, you have your seniors. She knows, they're accountable. She's not doing, the micromanage, make them run if they do something stupid in practice. They figure it out on the court, you know?
Gardapi, free throw off the mark.
Well,
33.5.
If you're Capital, you want to mount a comeback, hit some quick threes. That's what you need, is miss free throws.
39-31. It's an 8-point game. Gardapi at the line. Hits the second. 40-31. Helena High will not press. Instead, pick up defense at half court. Come to trap. It's knocked away by Koenig into the hands of Kraft, and she draws the foul on Sheridan. That was good defense there by Ben Dudek and the Bengals.
Yeah, great play. And that, once again, that's what they kind of rely on. We said in the open, a lot of trapping, really good stealing the ball is Helena High, and that's what they did there. They have 3 players who are top 15 in steals per game in the AA.
Kraft at the line. Big one here. First one is good. Lead back to 10.
They've already beat the race to 40. Great defense by the Bengals tonight.
Well, as Kraft hits a second, what they did, Jack, is they've been pressing all night.
Yeah.
And then switched it up right at the last minute there, and forced a turnover and a foul and 2 points. Lead back to 11. Miller's going to fire a 3. It's off the mark. I don't know if Capital's hit a 3 in this game.
I think you might be right about that.
Foul on the rebound.
I got the memory of a goldfish from time to time, but
maybe they called a held ball. Either way, it's Helena High's ball. It's Kraft. And a timeout taken by Ben Dudek. He's out of timeouts with 13 seconds left, but he has an 11-point lead to work with.
Well, smart timeout by Coach Dudek. Don't want anything crazy to happen. You see all those videos and teams make crazy comebacks. It usually starts at the other end with a bunch of quick turnovers on the inbounds. Just a 3-pointer and then a quick turnover. Kind of like that Reggie Miller stretch where he scored 13 or whatever.
You weren't even alive for that.
No, I wasn't. I saw a video of it once, though. But that's how you do a quick comeback. So I think that's what Coach Dudek probably wants to do. If anything, get the ball to the other side of the court.
Well, and one thing, too, during this timeout to think about, where the ball's being inbounded from, that's not an ideal place to inbound a basketball near the corner on the sideline.
Also, a good thing a veteran coach will, boys are about to take the court. They're getting antsy. They've been waiting this whole time. This game's really slowed down here with all the timeouts and free throws. Student sections are getting antsy. These teams have been wrestling each other all night. Coach them to be smart here, not just obviously install your inbound, but coach them to kind of play to the end, get in the handshake line, and then you hit the locker room and celebrate after that.
Well, they will inbound it. Helena High will, right underneath cameraman Mason's position up on the mezzanine. Great shots by our SWX crew again. And this is an easy place to look for a trap. Helena High will probably look to go end zone into Kraft. Kraft trying to dribble away from the double team. She does, and then Sayers comes and fouls her at midcourt. She'll head to the free throw line to shoot 2 with 7.7 to go and leading 42-41. Kraft just hit 2, one of the best in the state at the line.
Yeah, man, Avery Kraft, she's played great today. She's top 15 in the state. Points per game, assists per game, steals per game, three-pointers made, and free throw percentage. Just a great player there. I mean, obviously, team second leading scorer last season. We knew she was going to be good this year, but...
Well, she's hit 3 in a row. She had missed. She was about 50% all game, and now has hit 4 in a row to kind of seal the deal for Helena High. So the Bengals on their way to a 6th consecutive win as Cockhill drives. No good. Rebound, no good. Sayers at the buzzer, no good. And Helena High comes into the Bears' den and continues its win streak in 2024. 44-31, your final. We'll wrap it up after this.
This winter, SWX is bringing the heat with live high school basketball. Tuesday, January 23rd, watch a doubleheader as the Corvallis Blue Devils play the Hamilton Bronx. Girls game starts at 5 and boys at 7:30. Let SWX heat up your home this winter with the hottest high school basketball matchups. Watch doubleheaders on Tuesday, January 23rd. Girls game starts at 5 and boys at 7:30. Feel the heat, only on SWX.
You couldn't meet a couple with more going for them.
You want to talk about the American dream? They had it. Am I ever gonna love again?
There's a time when love becomes betrayal, and a time when betrayal becomes murder.
I was thinking to myself, whatever happened, it's really bad.
Their beautiful romance wasn't so beautiful anymore.
Am I ever gonna love?
Premiering Monday night, Bad Romance, the all-new 2020 limited series. Monday night at 10/9 Central on ABC.
We are now one of the best in the nation. My question for you is, do we want more?
Big boy basketball. It's the beginning. This is the big one. It's the beginning.
Do not blink.
It's the beginning. We just got. Bam! None better than this. Woo!
Every Saturday night, the biggest games are on Fox Primetime Hoops all season long.
Farming and cowboy life is definitely in my blood.
The one thing that's missing for me is somebody to share all this with.
So who thinks they've got what it takes to make it in the country? Yeah!
It's risky because they're from the city.
And to fish out of water.
I hope they're ready to get dirty.
What are we getting ourselves into? I'm vegan.
How would that work for the beef market?
Yeah. Oh.
Well, Helena High, 6 consecutive wins as the girls get the 44-31 victory here on SWX. And no doubt about who our player of the game is, Avery Kraft, kind of doing it all.
Yeah, she came out hooping immediately there. The tough left-hand layup, shooter's bounce. I knew it was going to be a long game for the Bengals. Gets the three-pointer there. She's a phenomenal athlete, obviously soccer, but also on the basketball court. She kind of brought that fire today.
She got it done for her Bengals, who never trailed in this game. 44-31, your final score. As Ben Dudek teams improved to 7-2. Capital, Katie Garson-Forba falls to 4-5. For Jack Marshall, I'm Jason Walker and our entire SWX crew. We'll see you back here for the boys game. Bengal girls get the win. Crosstown boys.